Yamato. Kozuki Oden's will was indeed passed down, but that very will dragged another person into a life of tragedy. That person was Yamato, Kaido's daughter. From a young age, Yamato was subjected to harsh training by Kaido with the aim of making her his successor, continuing his path of domination and violence. Everything changed when Yamato was only 8 years old. She witnessed Oden's public execution in Wano. That moment awakened Yamato, causing her to begin admiring Oden as a true hero. Later, when Kaido intended to kill Momonosuke and his family, Yamato tried to stop him. Although she wasn't strong enough to change the outcome at the time, that incident led her to a crucial turning point. Near the castle, Yamato saw a diary floating in the water. It was Oden's diary. From those writings, Yamato became even more convinced that she had to live according to Oden's ideals. Yamato considered herself the successor to Oden's will, aiming to open the Wano border and liberate the people from his rule. But when she told Kaido about this dream, his rage immediately erupted. Kaido beat Yamato within an inch of her life, then puts his stone handcuffs with bombs attached to them on her, preventing her from leaving Wano. To him, Yamato was not allowed to become Oden. Yamato constantly resisted. She caused trouble, attacked guards, and even used haki to subdue some of them. Despite being starved and thirsty for days, Yamato remained unyielding. Kaido realized his daughter was both stubborn and talented, but he couldn't tolerate Yamato trying to live like Oden. He didn't kill her, but imprisoned Yamato in a cave with 3 powerful samurai who were also being held captive. Initially, Yamato was terrified, but gradually, she realized that the 3 samurai weren't bad people. One of them even shared his meager food with her. When they learned that Yamato admired Oden, they even unchained her and read her diary with her. Meanwhile, Kaido didn't send down any food or water. The 3 samurai understood that Kaido wanted Yamato to die slowly in the cave. So, they decided to break out of the prison and fight, telling Yamato to stay and promising to return to save her. But Yamato never saw them again. She was so weak she could barely move, left alone in the darkness and despair. Yamato survived only because occasionally one of Kaido's subordinates secretly brought her some food and a blanket. But then, even that person was executed right before her eyes. The past in One Piece isn't just sad. There are stories that leave you breathless, and Yamato's life is one of them. Brook. No one knows much about Brook's life before he became a pirate. All that is known is that he was once a military officer somewhere, living a life of discipline and constraints. But deep down, Brook always longed for freedom. He left the military and joined the Rumbar Pirates, a unique pirate crew who were both pirates and musicians, traveling far and wide to bring laughter and joy. Brook lived with the Rumbar Pirates for a very long time. During one landing, they encountered a lost baby whale named Laboon and quickly became close to it. However, because the Rumbar Pirates had to enter the Grand Line, they were forced to leave Laboon behind at Twin Cape, entrusting it to Crocus's care. Before leaving, the crew promised Laboon that they would definitely return to see it. The journey continues, but soon after, Captain Yorkie falls ill with an incurable disease. To avoid hindering his crew, Yorkie leaves the crew, and the Rumbar Pirates choose Brook as their new captain. Sometime later, when things seem to be settling down, the Rumbar Pirates are suddenly attacked by a mysterious enemy. Poisoned arrows rain down, giving them no chance to retaliate. With no other choice, the entire crew must flee into the thick fog of the Florian Triangle. Worse still, the crew's doctors have died long ago, leaving no one capable of treating them. With no antidote, no hope of survival, the Rumbar Pirates can only wait for death to approach day by day. In despair, Brook suggests they play one last piece of music, a tribute to Laboon. Though they cannot return to keep their promise, at least they can say goodbye through music. The music echoed through the mist. Brook played his guitar, his eyes welling up with tears as he watched his comrades fall one by one. Everyone died with a smile on their lips until Brook was the last to fall. Thanks to the power of the Yomi Yomi no Mi devil fruit, Brook was resurrected. But his soul was lost in the thick fog, and it took him a full year to find his way back to his body. When he awoke, Brook was nothing more than a skeleton, drifting alone on a decaying ship and forever trapped in the Florian Triangle. Brook collected the remains of his fallen comrades, laying them back on the ship. Alone in the fog, he lived in solitude for 50 long years. Brook tried to keep himself from going insane, just waiting for the day he could leave that place, keep his promise from years ago, and see Laboon again. Doflamingo. Doflamingo, Rosinante, and a tragedy that began within their own family. The two brothers, from the Don Quixote clan, a lineage that once ruled Dressrosa, moved to marry Goes and became celestial dragons, living in luxury with absolute privileges. Their father, Don Quixote Homing, could not bear that life. He believed that standing on the suffering of others was meaningless, so he decided to renounce his celestial dragon status and bring his wife and two children to live as ordinary people. Initially, Homing believed his family would have a new beginning. But reality quickly turned into a nightmare. Upon leaving Mary Goes, they lost almost all their money. The people around them showed no pity, but instead hated them for their celestial dragon past, viewing them as monsters in human form. The house they temporarily stayed in was soon set on fire. The entire family was driven to a junkyard, forced to live in a makeshift shack. No one would hire them, and with no money for food or medicine, the two children often had to eat garbage to survive. Driven to desperation, Homing desperately returned to beg the celestial dragons for help, but he was refused without hesitation. A year later, Doflamingo and Rosinante's mother fell seriously ill and died before her children's eyes. Even death did not end the hatred. A mob came, beat the three of them, hung them on a cross, and stoned them to humiliate them. Though they survived, the emotional shock left an unhealable wound. Shortly after, Treble gave Doflamingo a gun. His mind was now filled only with hatred. Doflamingo believed that his father was the one who had dragged his entire family to hell simply for leaving Mary Goes. Despite Rosinante's kneeling pleas, Doflamingo shot and killed Don Quixote Homing. He then attempted to kill his brother, but ultimately stopped, sparing Rosinante's life. Doflamingo returned to Mary Goes with his father's head, believing he could reclaim his celestial dragon status. But he was wrong. No one accepted him. No one forgave him. The plan failed completely. The two brothers were abandoned, without family, without status, without protection. From that moment, Doflamingo and Rosinante's paths officially diverged. And those are the next names in the details of the saddest past story in One Piece. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching. See you in part 3.